Peace, family. Evolve Benton here, the Speaking for Profit coach. And today we are talking about Ask Me Anything about how to create an online course and monetize your expertise. So if you're listening right now, just put hashtag live in the comments. If you're listening in the near and dear future, put hashtag replay. Happy hump day to you all. I'm excited to be back here as we prepare to jump into our 6-week intensive at Course to Profit. So if you have ever wanted to create an online course and you feel like you have an expertise that can change the world, this 6-week intensive is going to be for you. Before we get into AMA, which is Ask Me Anything, you all know that I always like to start off these moments with wins, right? So let's talk a little bit about some wins of the week. I'm going to highlight one of my wins, and then I also will highlight one of my amazing clients and S4P University members win. So one win that I have for myself is that recently I got an amazing opportunity. I'm going to be speaking at the University of Charlotte, North Carolina in September. I'm actually going to be doing a public speaking workshop, which I'm really excited about. Normally, when I get speaking opportunities, people ask me to come in and talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion or LGBTQIA policy, which I love. Don't get me wrong. I love talking about diversity, but it's something about being asked to do public speaking and really teach students in college about this that is really motivating me and is really aligned with what I'm doing today. So I'm excited to go and to speak to them next month. It's going to be a great opportunity to be able to have a conversation about public speaking, how to monetize your message, and just how to use your voice to impact the world. So shouts out to anyone else who's a speaker or consultant who is securing some bags for the fall of 2022. For all of you who are just getting started in your speaking or consulting business, I want you to know that it's not too late. A lot of times we look at the summer or the beginning of the fall and we think to ourselves, whatever I want to do, I got to wait until the next year. This year still has so much time, so don't give up and be willing to put yourself out there. So that's one win. And the other win that I want to share is that one of my amazing clients actually secured his first TED Talk, which I am so excited for him. It's just really a great opportunity because he manifested this. And that's what I find so powerful about speaking for profit and speaking for prophecy, right? Being able to share our stories is when people have an opportunity to do something and you have an opportunity to coach them through it. So when I first started working with Kyle, my client who just landed this amazing opportunity to do a TED Talk, one of the things he told me was that he wanted to do it, right? And I remember when we were talking, he was like, I'm going to submit my application. And he had the application ready to go. And we got on a coaching call and he said, Evolve, I still haven't submitted it. And I said, what's going on? And he said, I just didn't do it yet. And I said, I'm going to hold you accountable. When are you going to submit this application by? And I think it was a Monday. He said, I'm going to submit it by Friday. He submitted the application and we just got word, I think this week or early last week, that he got selected to do a TED Talk. And the other thing is that at Speaking for Profit University, we do quarterly masterminds, right? Quarterly events for our members. And sometimes we invite some of you all here who are in our Facebook group or who might be watching us on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. But at our mastermind, we had Cesar Cervantes come in and he did a talk on how to get a TED Talk. And I believe that talk really supported my client with having the tools to be able to do it in a way that got him selected. So shouts out to Cesar for coming into our space. And that's what I love about Speaking for Profit University. It's not just about Evolve. It's about our amazing members. It's about our amazing experts that come in to teach and add value. And it's about people being able to live their dreams. And one of Kyle's dreams was to be able to get on a TEDx stage, and he's going to be doing that. So congratulations, Kyle. I'm so excited to be your coach. I'm so excited to work with you. And I'm just so excited that you have this great opportunity to share your story with TED. So those are the two wins that I want to shout out for this week. And I want you all to know that that's something I want you to practice, right? If you're watching this video in the here and now or even in the replay, how can you practice wins, acknowledging your wins, acknowledging the amazing things that you're doing on a regular basis and not forgetting about that, right? Because that's important as we're building our businesses as CEOs, as speakers, and as consultants. So let's get into a little bit of Ask Me Anything about Course to Profit or online courses. If you have questions and you're here today, just go on and put them in the comments. I'm going to go to my email to see if we've gotten anything in the last few hours. And then I'm just going to answer some common questions that often come up. All right. So I see I have a couple. So one question that often comes to me, right, and this is something that I find very interesting, is why an online course, right? Why are online courses so profitable? And why is it an easy way to monetize your message? And a couple of weeks ago, we did a training on this. If you want the training where I talk about why every speaker and consultant should have an online course, just put the word online course in the comments and I'll get that to you. But what I want you to realize is that if you're a speaker or a consultant, whether you're doing this on your own as a CEO, or whether you're doing this every day because you're a DEI manager or you're a director of your own department and you have to speak to your team, you're using your voice to impact people already. And you have an expertise that can change the world. We have a big world, a global world. And having an online course gives you an opportunity to be able to really leverage your voice in a way and make it accessible for the common person who might click on your profile or who might click on your link to be able to sign up and to work with you in a micro committed way, right? For people who want to work with me often, if they might not have the time, the money, or the capacity, I have courses and master classes that they can go through before they sign up to be a part of our university or to work with me as a coach, right? And this gives your folks that opportunity. So for folks who are thinking like why an online course is accessible, it's easy for you to create. And it's usually a lower barrier of commitment as far as price and time when it comes to someone who might just be getting to know you. So I see Miss Jai is in the building. It says, I'm registered for Course to Profit and very excited. I'm going to use a friend's Kajabi that I plan to host my courses on. What works for the purpose? Will that work for the purpose of this training? That is a great question, Miss Jai. You know what I would say is as long as you have Kajabi, yes, it will work. But our preference is that you start your own Kajabi. And the reason that I say that in particular is that we want you to have ownership over your content, and you can always move that content or share that content with your colleague or with your friend. So it really just depends on what kind of business opportunity or what you have going on. Kajabi has a great deal right now, $99, right? 3 months, get it started, see if you like it yourself, right? Because you could create a page where it's connected to both of those sites if you wanted to do it. So we can talk a little bit more about your business plan and how it works out. But as long as you have Kajabi itself, then you are ready and prepared to be a part of Course to Profit. Now, what you want to make sure of is a lot of people don't realize that Kajabi has limits, right? So Kajabi allows us to create a certain amount of products, a certain amount of websites, a certain amount of things. So you just want to make sure that whatever plan you and your colleague have together, that that plan is included with all of the products that you're going to be creating. But as long as you have Kajabi, then you're good to go. Miss Jai is also a member of S4P. So members of Speaking for Profit, as long as you have access, cool. If you're not a member and you're just coming in to this free six-week intensive, it's a requirement that you sign up on that link because we're giving you a discount, right? It's affiliate code. I'll be transparent with y'all. And in the kickback, right, you're going to be learning from us, right? So it's important that you do sign up for it. I have another question. Would the trial version of Kajabi be acceptable for this course? So the trial version of Kajabi is beautiful, but if you get the trial version of Kajabi, it's only 30 days, which is why I'm telling everyone to go on and get the $99 3-month version of Kajabi because our course is 6 weeks, right? So if you get the 30 days, you're only going to get the first 4 weeks of the course before you get charged about $200 to $300 for a Kajabi. If you spend $99, you get to get it for 3 months, right? Normally 3 months of Kajabi would cost you about $600. So you're saving about $500 if you decide to sign up. And that discount that they have does not always exist. This is something that they come out with every summer. In fact, I was looking in my backlog and I think that last July, might be the last time that they even did this discount. So yes, you can sign up for the trial. I would suggest reaching out to me and I can give you the link to sign up for that. But the reason that I've suggested to do the $99 for 3 months is because it's the best deal, right? I'm trying to get you all the best deal. The hope is that by the end of the 6 weeks, you have put together your course, you have your marketing together, and you're ready to sell it. If you're ready to sell it, you should have enough profit in your business to be able to pay for Kajabi for the next 6, 8, 12 months, right? So that is our intention around that. So that's a great question, right? Because the reason for folks who are watching that folks are asking about the trial, Kajabi has a free, I think, 14-day or 30-day trial that you can sign up for, and it's totally free. But like I said, once the 30 days comes or once that 14 days comes, they will charge you for that first month. So I honestly think that that's the best deal. So any other questions, please put them into the comments. I appreciate them, and it makes it easy for this session. So let's talk a little bit about what you're going to be learning and what's important to know when you're putting together an online course. First thing is about content, right? And what we're going to be putting together is a mini course in our 6 weeks. And the reason we start off with a mini course is it gives us a short amount of content to put together to help our audience solve the first problem of the larger problem that we're helping them solve. And let me break that down for you a little bit. So, for example, in Speaking for Profit, many of the folks that I work with, their ultimate goal is financial freedom, right? Their ultimate goal is to have enough money to not have to work at a 9 to 5 that maybe doesn't treat them well or maybe doesn't compensate them in the way that they can live their dreams. A lot of my clients also want location freedom, right? Be able to travel the world, be able to see the world, and also be able to commit to a job, right? So that's a long term goal. But the first step problem often that people have is that they don't know how to figure out what they're going to speak about, how to put out the messaging to share with people so that they can get paid speaking opportunities, and how to price their offer, right? So if I was to create a mini course, I could create a course that's directly about figuring out your offer, how you're going to solve a problem, also figuring out how you're going to price yourself, and getting you your first 1 or 2 paid speaking engagements. That in itself could just be the beginner's course for that problem. Once people figure out how to solve that problem, then they're going to want to know how to scale. How do they scale their speaking business and not just get one speaking engagement, but get reoccurring speaking engagements? And I could have another course that speaks to that. So while we're working together, we're going to put together a mini course, right? And a mini course is an opportunity for you to be able to solve the first problem. And I'm going to teach you how to figure that out, right? We're going to put together the content. You'll have an outline, and then you'll be able to decide as the CEO of your life and your business whether or not you want this to be a course that you teach asynchronously, which means that you put up videos and people go watch them, or you teach it live and maybe you go live for the next 6 weeks like I have, right? And I'll be going with you and teach it in that way so that you can get some audience feedback, right? So that's one of the first things that you're going to learn. Once you figure out what you're going to teach and you have your content together, content is great. And I want you all to know, like, I think I did some research and there's probably over 1 million online courses online to date, probably even more than that. So content isn't the issue. The issue for most folks who create online courses is how are they going to market it? Who are they going to market it to, right? So what we've done is we've put together some templates, some swipe files to really show you how we have successfully marketed our online courses and programs, so much so that we just got our 50K pin from Kajabi, right? Because once you hit $50,000, you get a pin and you get a gift. But we also just hit $80,000 on Kajabi. So shouts out to all the folks who support us, who support our programs, who buy our courses, who buy our products at Speaking for Profit University. And that is because we consistently market and nurture our audience, right? So I'm going to show you some of the methods that I use to market, which include social media marketing, email marketing, and also live trainings like this one that I'm doing today. Because if you don't market your business, if you don't market your online course and people don't know about it, they won't buy it. What I often see is that experts, speakers, consultants, what they do is they put the course out there one time. They might tell people hey, course just dropped when it actually drops, but they never talk about it again. But what it really should be is that your course should be consistently talked about in your content on at least a weekly basis, right? So if you had a marketing plan, which we're going to give you a marketing calendar to make it a little bit easier for you. If you had a marketing plan, the thing that you could really do to push your course is every Thursday or every Wednesday, you make sure that you have a post or some promotion or email that goes out to remind people, right? Another pro tip, and we'll talk a little bit more about this in Course to Profit when we all work together, is that you could always have a link to your course in the signature of your email, right? So as you're emailing people about different things, they see that and they have that indication to go on and purchase and to take that next step, right? Because really a mini course and an online course is a micro commitment, right? It's the micro commitment of that person maybe making that first purchase with you. And all it takes, right, if we really nurture our audience and we build with them, all it takes is maybe a couple of hundred really die-hard, amazing clients that want to purchase from you over and over again to be able to build your business. You don't have to have a whole bunch of new people all the time, right? If you're dropping courses, dropping ebooks, giving value all the time, and you have that client who buys all the things that you put out, right? Like we got the folks who love Beyonce, whatever Beyonce put up, if she put out some socks, if she put out a watch, if she put out a new album, they gonna go buy it. If you have those type of fans, then it's just about you nurturing and putting out product and information that is valuable, right? So we want to teach you about marketing, right? Marketing is going to be the key to sales, and that's going to be the next step. What I love about Kajabi is it allows you to do it all. You can have a website, you can have your sales page, you can have your actual content from your course, and you can connect your Stripe account or your PayPal account so that you can actually get paid from there, right? So we're going to teach you how to set up your sales page and all of that, but also how to set up your liability forms or your contracts on that sales page so that you make sure that you protect your audience, but also that you protect your intellectual property, which is one of the most important things that we want to do when we create an online course here on the good old internet where people like to unfortunately steal our work, right? So those are a few of the things that we're going to teach you in Course to Profit. It's a 6-week intensive, right? The way that this is going to work is I am going to put out a module, right, for you to learn from probably every week. You're going to get that module. You're going to be able to review it, watch it, download it. And it's going to be information, but it's going to be this much information and this much implementation. So every week you will have action steps that you need to get to so that by the end of our time together, you have something that you're able to walk away with. And then every Wednesday at noon, I'm going to go live and we're going to do a Q&A. And it's not going to be like this. It's going to be in a Zoom room where you're going to be able to come off mute or come on camera or share your page so that I can give you some feedback. All right. I want this to be an intimate experience. It's my birthday month. My birthday is actually on Friday. If you're watching this, we're in August. My birthday is August 12th. So every birthday, I always want to find a way to give back because I feel so blessed to be here. I feel so thankful. I have so much gratitude for the support that you all give me and that you all continue to show up for me. And I want to show up for you. Right. And the other thing is that I know that we are all in really tough economic times. I know that a lot of people are struggling with the inflation, right? With the recession that we have that's currently happening and that will continue to happen for the next few years. And I want you to have another stream of income. Having an online course is going to be that stream of income for you to be able to elevate you and keep you in a good financial place, right? So I'm excited to spend some time with you all to build. Um, Course to Profit will be open until Sunday. This Sunday, August 14th at midnight. Once midnight hits, we're closing down the sales page. We won't be accepting any more folks. This is open to everyone in Speaking for Profit University, so those folks get priority. And we already have about 6 or 7 people who are not a part of the university who have signed up. So we have about 10 spots that we're going to keep open. I want to be able to support as many people as possible, but I also want this to be an intimate experience that folks can learn. And if you have too many people in the room, it's really hard for others to learn, especially since we're going to do a lot of implementation. So don't wait to the last minute to sign up, right? If you're interested in signing up and you want to know more about it and you don't have the link yet, just put the word course into the comments and I'll send that over to you so that you can get signed up. What you're going to do is you're going to get a link to a page that's going to say sign up for Kajabi. Once you sign up for Kajabi for the $99 for 3 months, you'll get a link that will introduce you to Course to Profit, and you'll be on our list so that you get the content, you get the modules, you get the templates, you get the swipe files, and you get the invitation to our weekly Q&As, right? So I think it's a great deal. I'm excited to give it to you all as an offering, and I'm excited to work with you. I had an opportunity last summer to work with some of my clients and some other folks and another intensive that I did over the summer, which was called the Masterclass Revenue Machine. And that's where I taught people how to create masterclasses on Kajabi. And many of my clients sold out their masterclasses, made anywhere between, I would say, $1,000 to $4,000. So it's definitely possible for you to do, and I know it, and I've done it myself. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm really, really hoping that more of you will take this opportunity serious and really take yourself serious, right? Because you have value and you have something to share. So before I get out of here, I've been rambling for about 20 minutes and I want to make sure that folks get their questions answered. Are there any other questions that you may have about Course to Profit or how to start your online course? I'll give it a few minutes, see if a few more folks put some questions in. And if not, I'm going to head out and get me some dinner because I'm a little hungry. And that's what folks should do when they're hungry, right? Take care of yourself. The other thing that I will say while I'm waiting to see if we get any more questions is that if you have other ideas that you want to create as far as digital products, Kajabi is going to be an amazing space for you. I have ebooks on there, I have workbooks on there, I have workshops on there, everything's on there, all of my digital products. So it doesn't just have to be your online course, you can do that as well. All right, Dr. Pena, do I need experience or is there a prerequisite for the course? No, you don't need experience. The only experience that you need is your own lived experience and what you want to be able to teach. That's what I love about Kajabi itself. It gives you an opportunity to be able to do it in a very user-friendly environment. It's extremely user-friendly. You'll be able to set it up. You'll be able to do it. The only prerequisite that you will have is I'll be giving you some videos to watch throughout the week of me so that we don't spend the majority of our time in live space together, me going through content. I want us to spend our time in our Q&As, answering your questions, sharing your screen so that we can implement. So you will get some course information every week for me to watch. But other than that, the only thing is that you have an expertise, that you have a problem that you want to solve, and that you want to impact the world. That's the only thing that you need to show up with. But thank you for that. That's a great question, and I really appreciate it. What are the best ways to figure out our pillars for our course to make it easy peasy lemon squeezy? I love that, easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's a great question. You know what? We're going to talk about that actually during our first couple of weeks. But what it's really about is brainstorming and not overloading. So what I like to create, yes, I want to create pillars, but what I like to call them is checkpoints. So let's say we're on a journey. What we're really creating for our clients or for our students is a roadmap. And let's say our journey is to be able to build a car. Maybe that's what your course is going to be about. Before we can even think about getting to the car being built, we got to have a blueprint, right? We have to have some instructions. So maybe the first half of your mini course is all about putting together your own blueprint for your actual car that you're going to build. And maybe that's the only problem that you want to help that person solve. What I find is that a lot of people have a big problem and they try to fit it into one course, and that's really not going to happen, right? Just think about yourself. If you went to college or maybe you went to high school or even if middle school, whatever, they had us in courses, right? In a certain amount of time, and then we moved on to another course. We didn't learn all about math. We learned about arithmetic, and then we learned about geometry, and then we learned about calculus, right? We didn't just learn about all of those pieces, we broke them up. And that's what you're going to do in your course. So you might have some pillars or some checkpoints that you put together that might be a little bit overwhelming and too big. And that's what I'm here there for, right? To support you to say, hey, let's just get them through this first two checkpoints in this course. And then you have maybe 3 or 4 other courses that we can put together. So this is a great question. And this is one of the things that we're going to work on in the first couple of weeks in Course to Profit. So thank you so much for asking it. And I can't wait to work with you. Those are some good questions, y'all. Anything else that folks may need or have questions about? Again, right? If you're interested, please put course into the comments so we can send you over the link. I believe the link might be actually in the description of this video too. So go on and click that if you see it as well. I'm very accessible and able to give the information, but the main thing that you want to do is you want to click that link, you click it, you fill it out, and we're going to get that information to you. The other thing that I'll say, and then I'm going to head out unless there's other questions, is that when we really think about creating something that is digital, what I really am excited about is to teach you all how to create an evergreen asset. And what I mean by that is that once this course is created, this is something that you can sell over and over again. So, for instance, I went to a conference this weekend, and it was cool. It was a great space. And I made sure that I had a QR code, and also I have a text marketing thread that I've created that had one of my online courses connected to it. So therefore, when I'm out talking to people and they're like, Evolve, I want to learn about public speaking, but I don't know if I'm ready to sign up for your university. I'm still trying to figure some things out. I could be like, you know what? No worries. I got a free gift for you. I have an ebook, I have an online course. And what I simply tell them is to text me to a certain number. They text me to that number and it automatically will send them that course. Right. So this is stuff that I created last year, y'all, or maybe even the year before, that I'm still leveraging and using in my everyday conversation. So once you create it, you can set it, forget it, and use it over and over again to either make money, to nurture your audience, to use it as a gift. You can use it in so many different strategies, even as speakers and consultants. Let's say someone says, hey, yeah, I want you to come and speak, but they don't have the budget for you. Maybe your rate is like $5,000 an hour. That's what mine is at this point. And you don't have the capacity to come and speak for $500. And that's the only budget they have. You can say, hey, I have this course that I can give you, and that's what I can give you for $500. So there's just so many different ways that you can leverage it once it's created. And that's why I'm so excited to support you all with being able to do it. It's going to be an evergreen asset that you can continue to use and that you can continue to share with the world. So, in closing, as they say, as speakers say, I'm Evolve Benton, the Speaking for Profit coach. I'm excited to support you all from August 17th until sometime in September. We'll be working together for 6 weeks in Course to Profit. This intensive is going to be amazing. It's going to be life-changing, and I can't wait to see you there. So if you're interested, put course into the comments. I look forward to having you, and I hope that you all have an amazing week. I hope that you have an amazing weekend. And if you're not doing something on Friday, August 12th, which is my birthday, you should be doing something to celebrate, because it is a supreme day to celebrate. I hope that you all have an amazing week. Peace and blessings. And until next time, I hope to see you. Peace.